Hello guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know what you're thinking. It's been a while since you guys have heard from me. I've tried posting a few vlogs here and there, but I quickly realized that maybe you guys are not a fan, maybe you miss seeing my face talking to you. So yeah, today I don't have much to say. I just quickly wanted to check in and just talk about a few things as well. Yeah, I've just been having one of those months, where I'm just, trying to figure everything out. And I think I don't want to abandon my YouTube channel. That's why I kept uploading the vlogs, because I feel like, yeah, with me, once I stop doing something, it's going to be hard to get me to do it back again, or do it again rather. So yeah, I just thought I should pop in and just say hi. I hope everybody's good. I hope you're well. If you're well, just put a thumbs up on the comment section. That would really make me happy. And yeah, please be sure to share this video with your friends, your family, and your dye buddies. And yeah, let's talk about it. Where have I been? What am I going through? And stuff like that. Yeah, so I wanted to do, I don't want to do a live update maybe now, but I just want to talk about one thing that I'm due for this week. I was actually due for it last month and I ended up not going, because there was just a lot going on in my life. But yeah, let's talk about the A1C. I'm due for my Hb1c and I don't know how to feel. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So usually the winter month for me is not really the kindest when it comes to my sugars, and there's a reason why for that. So the main reason is because of the cold, the flu rather, or cold. So most of the time, you know what it's like in winter time, you're most likely going to catch the cold once or twice. So with me, the two times I have caught the flu after COVID, it has been straight havoc. I remember last year I ended up being hospitalized for a chest infection, from a cold that wouldn't go away, and it ended up developing into a chest infection. So this year I had something similar to that, but I just told myself, you know what, I'm not going to the hospital, because like when you're diabetic, you get to a point, actually when you have a chronic, you get to a point where you just don't want to go to the hospital anymore. Not because you don't want to receive help, but you're so, you get to a routine of doing medical things, on a daily basis, that you kind of don't want to do it. So this year I was like, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna try like heal at home. So I ended up being on steroids twice, and I was on antibiotics for I think both for June and July, and August, and a bit of August. So I had to deal with that chest infections, and I was on steroids. Um, and I was also on an inhaler that had steroids. So my sugars were always high all the time, and I was just like, oh Lord, I wonder how this is going to reflect on my Hb1c. But I know that we're in the era now where we discuss topics like Hba1c versus time in range, right? So my time in range was also not the best because of that. So yeah, I'm dreading going to the doctor, but it's something that has to be done. And yeah, hopefully I'll come back and share it with you guys, because I think I want to be transparent here on my YouTube channel, because I don't want to come on here and act like managing diabetes is always like rosy and, peaches and cream and rainbows. We all know that it's not like that. There are days where you actually deal with the real stuff. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna go this week, and maybe I'll film how everything goes. But yeah, other than that, I've been fighting back like crazy. I'm back to eating healthy now, so I'm happy about that. And I got to reduce my insulin. At some point, I was on 28 units of opticillin, which is a long-acting or the basal. So because of the steroids, and I think my body just got used to it until I started fighting back, and now I'm down to 18 units. Can you imagine? Like, that is huge. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get it down to 14 units. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm very crazy about, getting there. But yeah, I hope everybody is good. When are you going for your A1C? I want chat to me on the comments. I want to know. Have you gone yet, or are you dreading like me, or have you been avoiding it? If yes, just let me know in the comment section. Why have you been avoiding going for your A1C? So yeah, I think that's update number one. I think maybe we need to start by defining what the HbA1c test is, or as we like to call it in the community, the A1C test. So this is a test that we take every 3 months or 6 months. So this test is basically just to let you know, just give you an idea of the average glucose that is in your bloodstream, right? So this is in a form of a percentage. So what they do is that the doctors will take your blood every 3 or 6 months, and they will give you a percentage of how much glucose has been in your bloodstream for the past 6 or 3 months, like I mentioned previously. So this gives you an idea of if you are at risk of getting diabetes complications. One of the complications are blindness, kidney failure, the diabetes neuropathy, and retinopathy of the eyes, where you go blind, and neuropathies for the little nerves that get damaged, your hands and your limbs, which eventually causes amputation. Yeah, this is what the test is for. It gives the doctors and you the average of where your glucose is sitting. And one thing I wanted to highlight, I think at some point I want to talk about my journey with the healthcare system in South Africa, because I think this is something that we need to talk about. As someone that was on the public healthcare system and then also on the private healthcare system, I think is something that we need to discuss at some point, the differences between the two. And I know in public you also have they do take the bloods, but most of the time they won't give you the results, or they'll tell you the results, and sometimes they don't know how to interpret them. I'm 100% aware that in South Africa we have an education problem, which is something we're going to talk about on the YouTube channel at some point, because I am a diabetes advocate and I get to be in these spaces that I want to share with you guys the things that we talk about and the things that I'm exposed to. And one of the things that we cannot deny is that South Africa has an education problem. Even people in the healthcare system sometimes do not understand what diabetes is. They don't even know the difference between type 1 and type 2. So I mean, if you expect them to interpret the A1C and let you know what that means, it's a bit tricky. But you are I think entitled to know where your HbA1c is sitting, because then it motivates you to do better. I think one thing I always say every time I speak or I have a talk, I always tell, whether it's healthcare professionals or diabetes advocates or the community, so when people know better, they do better. So you give people the information and then they take it and run with it. If they want to, they determine what they want to do with their lives ultimately, but I think it's up to us to provide the information. So you're allowed to ask, the nurse at your local clinic, hey, which percentage am I sitting on? And what you need to know is that the correct number, the percentage rather, is between 5 and 7, I think. If I'm wrong, I'll put a correction up here. But yeah, that's what you need to know, and you just run with that. So if it's above that, that means you're at risk of getting these complications that I just mentioned earlier. So we need to try as much as we can to prevent that from happening. And we cannot prevent that from happening if you don't know what your HbA1c is, you know? So yeah, I hope this video encourages you to at least want to know about it, you know, research about it, Google it, you know, ask your doctor about it, ask your nurse about it at your local clinic. If they don't know what it is, just ask to say, hey, I remember taking bloods on those dates. Can we check on my file? We'll see a percentage jam, you know. So the more we try to keep it between 5 and 7, right? That means you have a better chance of avoiding diabetes complications for a very long time. I mean, I don't have to tell you why we need to avoid these complications, because it's just for, you know, quality of life. I think nobody here wants to live a life where they depend on other people, especially if this is preventable. People don't have to be dying from diabetes, you know. And I think South Africa's done an amazing job by preventing such when it comes to conditions or disease like the HIV and AIDS pandemic that we had at some point as a country. And I think we have so much potential to do the same thing for the diabetes community. And I think this is why I'm so passionate about this here topic of this condition and other NCDs, non-communicable diseases. But I think that we all need to come together, share the information. That's why I'm pleading and begging with you. Please share my YouTube channel, share this video with your loved ones. Maybe you have a diabetic or person rather living with diabetes under your care. There may be a family member, somebody you know, and they don't have to be under your care. And you never hear them talk about the things that I come in here and talk about, you know, like the HbA1c, for example, test. They never talk about it. You can be like, hey, you know, I've never heard Mama say that she's going to the doctor to find out about her HbA1c. You know, you can just show her this video and encourage them, you know. Somebody asked me, what can we do as the family members or the friends of people that are living with diabetes? And I always say, just be there, support them. That's the only thing that you can do, because you can never really truly know what it's like to be them. So just keep sharing such videos with them. You never know, maybe you'll be, you know, that person that really sparks the interest for them to want to take care of themselves. But through everything, be kind to those people, be kind to yourself, take care of your sugars, please. Do the best that you can, and most importantly, please comment down below any topic that you would like for me to cover, and I will do that very, very soon. So yeah, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be talking to you, happy to be in front of the camera. I'm not sure if I should carry on with the vlog, the Italy vlog, because I still have like footage from the Italy trip. So I'm not sure if you guys want to see it, because you guys, I've been looking at the numbers and I'm not sure if that's a true reflection of what everybody wants. So yeah, you let me know. But otherwise, I'm filming this very late. I literally just woke up and I thought maybe let me just come here and talk to my YouTube channel, because yeah, it's just there's a lot going on in my mind. So hands, I'm like, yeah, so undone. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around. As usual, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, and turn on the notification bell so you can get a reminder every time I post on this channel. To my friends, family, and diabetes, bye bye. See you next time.